Welcome to the We Should Start a podcast. I'm Donovan, and this is Ryan. Say hello, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
Today, we're going to be talking about all sorts of things. And starting off, I think we should dive right into what it's like to be the guy that ruins Usual Suspects for somebody else.
Well, it's funny because, like, right before we started this, Sohail and I were talking about Sohail's the producer. Say hi, Sohail.
Hi, Sohail.
He wasn't.
Yeah,
There we go.
there
But
it is.
he's never seen Usual Suspects, and he was like, "What is that about?" And I was like, "Do you want me to ruin the ending?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't care." And then I tell him the whole story in
it's
the
so
ending.
good.
He's like, "I wish you wouldn't have told me that."
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I mean, you asked for it."
What are movies
Victim
that
blaming.
what are movies that
Victim blaming.
I revoked my consent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
what are movies that you've spoiled for people besides Usual Suspects?
Well, it's hard for me because, like, the way I consume movies, very quickly I forget what the movie was. So I can rewatch. I know Die Hard's great, but in 8 months to a year, I can watch it again and enjoy it just as much as I enjoyed it last month when I watched it for Christmas.
Well, Die Hard's a classic. I mean, I get
Right.
that.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, there's some movies that are maybe not classics that I can rewatch given a few years.
Like Schindler's List.
There's three.
Yeah, 3 times.
Well, the thing about Schindler's List, that's a classic, but I don't know. The humor, I don't know where we're at today yet.
Yeah.
Schindler's List is good. It's not my favorite comedy, but it's up there.
It's pretty funny that you'd say that in
Uh,
today's world. See how I kept saving myself with each word that I said. So I've spoiled the endings for things before.
like what?
I spoiled Sixth Sense for my entire, 9th grade class.
Good for you.
I felt like it needed, because my whole thing is it was a good twist. It's probably the best twist. Arguably one of the best, right?
Yeah, but as a young person seeing it, because I don't know when that came out, but
It's a boring movie for a young guy.
No, but for a young guy, it's like, oh my God, oh my God, the end. I was who saw that coming?
Did you see it coming?
And then you get older and you're like, oh, everyone saw that coming. You just have to be a little bit older. But like, I think I did spoil that movie in the theater though, because I think I was with my friend. I said, he's dead, isn't he? And my friend was like, who told you?
Really?
Yeah, I think I.
But did
spoiled
they
it in the
tell you
theater.
there was a big spoiler?
No.
Because I will say that was one of the movies where it was like, hey, if you spoil this, you're a bastard. Because it was so good.
But M. Night
You know what I
Shyamalan,
mean?
but now, like, every movie has one of those, like,
No,
trying
every
way.
M. Night Shyamalan movie has one of those.
That's what I'm saying. M. Night
He
Shyamalan.
painted himself into a corner.
He
with the
has
tricky
to have,
endings.
Yeah. I think that's his move for the next movie is not have a tricky ending.
That would be the
Where
most.
people are, like, just always on edge.
Did you see the one with Mark Wahlberg and Plants? That sucked.
Mark Wahlberg? What?
Is that the old island one?
No, that one.
That was so funny.
My theory on that is M. Night Shyamalan, everything old or wrinkled or whatever it is, he was
Wrinkle.
it would basically you go on this island and all of a sudden after you get out of the water you're old. So I think what happened is he sat in the bath for a real long time and they looked at his fingers and he was like, oh, I've got an idea, or eureka, or whatever he says. But his movies all have a tricky haha that I can't get behind anymore.
So here's the thing is, and I'm going to make myself look real stupid. I don't like movies that make you think. I like vanilla. I'm here for the entertainment. Don't let me run through mental gymnastics movies. Kind of like, because I saw The Menu last night. The Menu was very vanilla. It was very basic. It was good. And it had a little bit of ups and downs and turns and twists.
So would you say that The Menu was pretty vanilla to the palate, although there was some spice thrown in for flavor?
Yes. Okay. I see what you're doing there. No, but I'm bringing this up because the was it Claire Joy Fione, whatever her name is, and Flair and Joy
Anya
Flame?
Taylor-Joy.
And Flaherty.
And Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yes.
So at the end of the movie, to spoil it for you and anybody else, she basically is like, your food is joyless. It's just a a mental gymnastics expression of whatever. And that's how I feel about movies at times. When like if I see a trailer and a movie's like, it's got all this, they're just trying too hard.
Yeah,
You know?
I think for M. Night, his run of Sixth Sense, Signs, and The Village, like those, in my opinion, were amazing. And then,
Right.
But Don't Worry, Darling reminded me of The Village. That was
Sixth Sense. You said it was in Sixth Sense.
Signs,
Signs.
and then The Village.
Which one was Signs?
The
Signs
aliens.
was the Gibson one, the Mel Gibson one. It was
Okay.
like that was Mel Gibson's last massive movie.
And The Village was the one where
Joaquin Phoenix
and
and the guy went full.
yes,
The other guy
yes.
went full.
but is that the one with
Adrian Brody?
Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody went full for that movie.
that's The Village?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Is that the one where they're in
I
a small
know.
town in the middle of forest?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's actual like, and it's set in the 1800s, but
The monsters, but they aren't really monsters.
they're not really monsters.
Yeah, the monsters are us.
And it has and
All
the,
of them
the
have been
main
through a tragedy.
the main character is Ron Howard's daughter.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
plays a blind girl.
That was our first movie.
Oh,
She
no way.
wasn't blind.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, it was her first role.
Yeah, she wasn't blind. Let's cancel her.
She played a blind girl. I didn't believe. I couldn't. I would when they told me at the end that she could actually see. I was like, wait, what? Are you sure?
She's
Because
an
there was
actor.
times in that movie where it looked like she couldn't see anything. You
I
know?
didn't know Joaquin Phoenix was in that movie.
Yeah, and also the other guy,
Who's the other guy?
Adrian Brody, who at the beginning I didn't know that his character was simple-minded. At the beginning, I just thought he was like the village jerk because there's those noises and he's like laughing.
See, but
and I thought
going
the
back-
laugh was a weird way of like laughing.
But going
if he
back to
wasn't
my
simple-
point is, I don't remember that movie well enough.
oh, it blew my mind. I saw
I've seen it, but I have no clue what you're talking about. I didn't even know. The only person I remember in that movie was Ron Howard's a daughter, and I think it's just only because that was her first breakout movie.
so the one with the ghosts,
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, killer, great ending for the
Bruce.
time. Bruce dead, got it. The second one he did was Unbreakable, which is actually originally supposed to be. So we like to talk about comic books, DC, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So Unbreakable was originally a Captain America movie. He
Okay.
wrote it to be a Captain America movie.
Right.
And that was his take on Captain America. And then they told him at the last minute, hey, we're going to go a totally different direction. We're actually going to do pre-pro and get RDJ to play. You know, we're looking at at that time, Tom Cruise was going to be Iron Man. It was going to be a whole situation. So Unbreakable was originally Captain America. But then because that went a different way, he made it a totally different thing.
You mean it was actually going to be Captain America,
was gonna
or
be-
the character was just going to be a superhero-esque like Captain America?
It was going to be Captain America's origin story. Bruce Willis was going to be Captain America to Tom Cruise's Iron Man. In a modern, real, very
But did he have
Christopher
rights? But he
Nolan-
didn't have rights to.
no,
Captain
but
America,
that's how
though.
he pitched it. He wanted it to be.
That was his idea.
Yeah, he
they
was like,
pitched it, and they're like, "Nah, we don't want that."
Yeah,
so he's
they're-
like, "Well, I still like this idea,
Exactly.
So let me just pivot and,
And I'll
make it
make
a
my
different
own thing."
Okay,
And out of that came that movie with the guy with the paranoid schizophrenia,
yeah,
and
Splice.
then the terrible third one, which was
Right.
the dumbest movie ever
Glass.
made. Glass. Yeah.
I didn't see either one of those.
Glass is trash. It's
Yeah.
total trash. Would you agree?
I haven't seen him.
Which
So we
means
don't
they're
know.
trash.
It's trash. But he had a run. He had that. He had Unbreakable, which I loved Unbreakable, especially more after I figured out it was a
Yeah,
Captain
Unbreakable
America
is really good.
origin story or
Mhm.
whatever. I thought that was amazing. And then The Village was his third movie. What?
I'm gonna text you.
Okay. Do I have something on my mouth?
No.
Okay.
It's just a bad joke.
I don't see anything about the Captain America thing online, but yeah.
Find there. I'll find it. I
Oh.
saw.
I mean, he decided to write Unbreakable as an origin story. Nothing about Captain America, though. Nothing about writing it for any.
I wonder if they've removed that knowledge. The Marvel Universe has removed it. Just another conspiracy.
Shyamalan said that he wanted to market Unbreakable as a comic book movie, but Disney, which had not yet bought Marvel, preferred to advertise it as a supernatural thriller.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Let's see the reaction. Let's zoom in on
send me a
Donovan's
text?
face.
Sorry I hate to be that guy.
No, I'm glad you're fact checking. It's so fun.
Just don't read it. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Same weakness.
Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. Anyway. Spoiling endings. But you know what? He's doing fine.
Is he though? Because
He's got all the money.
I mean, he's probably fine, loaded money wise. But I think
creatively
he's probably really
dead inside.
Did you go see Old in the theater, Donovan?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
that
what
was
is
the
that?
first movie I saw like back from COVID in the theater, and that was a lot of people's first movie, and it was so funny. He shows up before the movie. M. Night's just chilling, talking to you. He's like, "Thank you all so much for coming back to the movies. It's super important to support movies at the theater," and he's just like basically laughing at us because that movie was so bad. Just being like, it doesn't matter how he said something like, it doesn't matter how good or bad it is, the experience is all that matters. And then he
Like
delivers us that movie.
He's
No,
warning.
no,
He's
no. I'm
warning
pretty
you
sure.
that it's terrible.
Did you see Violent Nights?
No, I bought it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's cute. I enjoyed it.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
David Harbour.
yeah. I enjoyed it. I watched it. I actually watched it in the theater the other day.
Have you seen all the Tom Cruise videos where it sounds like he's had a stroke, but he's on like an airplane? He's like, "Hey, everybody! Just going to tell you about our movie. I'm flying over here with McHugh. We're 5,000 feet above." Have you seen those? Like everything
I
cool
haven't.
about what's happening because he's on an airplane talking to you and he's hanging out of an airplane is
Is he
overshadowed.
promoting
Mission Impossible.
Okay.
It's all very cool, but it's all overshadowed by
Okay.
the fact that he sounds like this thing
That
sucking.
first Mission Impossible trailer for the latest movie that came out
Sucks.
was so bad. I thought it was a fan-made trailer for. I was excited because I was like, "Oh, cool! There's a new movie, new Mission Impossible." Oh wait, this is a fan-made
trailer sucks.
and then it's
There's no
like, wait a minute,
dialogue.
this is
You're
new
like,
footage.
What's going on? Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh my god!" So if they're gonna make a trailer this shitty,
Watch that video. Pull up that video of Tom Cruise where he's on the airplane and he's talking
Yeah,
and he
I'm
sounds like he's had a
looking for
stroke.
it.
I look huge. Is that what is this?
God bless. I was gonna wake up early and go to the gym. Didn't happen.
I watched this commercial the other day for one of those Chuck Norris machines.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
I just watched it. I just watched
Start
watched
sweating.
the commercial and I started sweating.
Good for
I
you.
said, I'm sick of this. I'm not
Sick of
doing
it. Hmm.
this. I'm not gonna watch this stuff anymore. I don't need that in my life.
What other? Oh, I know what I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
This is the most hard pivot of all time. Welcome to
Is it
Wrexham.
Oh, I love that show.
Hold on, I found the thing.
We pivoted.
Okay.
It's okay. He found the thing and I
What
wasn't.
was
No,
it?
it's
What's
fine.
the thing?
No,
Show
he
us the
needs
thing.
to see it.
What's the thing?
Okay, is the fact that he sounds like a stroke victim overshadow the coolness of what he's doing?
Question: is he playing a stroke victim character?
No,
And do-
it's just
Hey everyone! Here we are over stunning South Africa, and we're filming Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Parts 1 and 2. I didn't want the year to end without thanking you all for coming out to the theater, and thank you for supporting Top Gun Maverick. Hey, here's Chris McCoy, writer director. Hi everybody, hey. Thank you. Hey, listen, we really got to roll. We got to get this shot. Oh, yeah, we're filming. We got to get this shot. All right, are you coming? Not on your line. Good luck. Okay. We'll see you down there. Whoa. Where was I? Oh, yeah, thank you for supporting Top Gun Maverick. As always, thank you for allowing us to entertain you. It truly is the honor of a lifetime. Yeah,
He's insane.
very lucky. I'm running out of altitude, so I gotta get back to work. We gotta get this shot. You have a very safe and happy holiday. We'll see you at the movies.
December 22nd, the biggest movie of the year arrives on Paramount.
But do you see what I mean?
But
Go to the other one on the biplane.
Is
Type
that him?
type in
or
Tom-
is that just the audio is so bad?
Top in time.
Well,
type
I
in-
thought the audio is bad, but then when he says thanks for letting us entertain you, he's definitely like having trouble making the words.
Go to top.
Well, he's
hold on.
flying in the air.
Type in Tom Cruise biplane.
We probably need to turn it down before we get noise complaint from the neighbor.
Oh, they could-
It's too much noise.
Fuck it on this one
Okay.
because
Okay.
nope. That's the one. Maybe it is that one. So I too thought that it was just audio glitch.
As you can see, we are filming the latest installment of Mission Impossible, and right now we're over stunning South Africa, and we're making this film for the big screen to see in your wonderful theaters.
Does he have a parachute on?
No,
I don't wanna get older.
I don't know why it has that song.
Yeah, it's not very fun.
But yeah, no, he talks the whole time.
Stare at the photo.
He just talks the whole time, and then the plane does a barrel roll while he's hanging on it.
That's good for him. Good for Tommy boy.
Do you think we get I hope this never happens, but do you think he's the one, if it's going to happen, where it's like, well, tragedy strikes the Mission Impossible 9 set today. If
Alec Baldwin shoots him.
Alec Baldwin shoots him for no reason. I don't know. I don't know what happened or who was involved. All just to say that I know I had nothing. I was not responsible. Did you see that?
I think
What a
he's more likely
to get shot.
to come to his senses and try to leave Scientology, and the Scientologist off him. Because I don't see a movie production, $1 billion production, ever allowing him to be put in a situation where he's not capable of staying safe. Now, I know they ride that fence pretty hard, like skydiving on his own, but he's gotten countless hours of skydiving. He flew the plane at the end of Maverick. That's his own plane. I don't know if you knew that. Like, that's his personal plane. And he flew Conley around. So, but again though, he's got a lot of training to that.
I would throw.
Would there be accidents? Yeah, there's always possibility of accidents. Kobe, I'm sure the pilot of that helicopter was very experienced. But crap
the
happens.
circumstances under that are particularly.
No, they're not.
You think the Clintons had anything to do with that one?
No.
You sure? Follow the money, man. Follow the money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
What are you talking?
I don't know. I assume all the money eventually leads. to the
Anyway,
Clintons.
welcome.
They have all the.
Welcome to
They have that
Wrexham.
little
let's go
buffet.
feel good.
They have that kid buffet in Haiti.
Feel
You know what I'm talking
good.
about?
Let's go feel good.
All right.
What were you gonna say?
Whitewater. It's fine. It's fine. They're murderers. It's fine though. I think.
Clintons?
Yeah, probably. I mean, maybe, right?
Maybe.
Thought that was them sending the drone strike in.
Yeah. I don't know if they have drones.
No,
or
I'm not their friend, so I don't have to worry about being killed.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, the Clintons. I don't know anything about them. I think everybody gets a bad rap.
Do you think they watched Wrexham?
Dude, I wanted a better pivot into this because I am so passionate about that show.
You like it?
I love that show. I love everything about it.
How is it that Americans have all of a sudden embraced soccer in the form of Rob and Ryan and Mr. Ted Lasso?
Well, let's back up a little bit for the Welcome to Wrexham, because not only is the show good, because there's the show, but then there's the actual them purchasing it. I'm all about it, and it's insane to me that they were able to buy this historic club for $2.5 million, right? Mm-hmm. And I was researching this morning actually. Because they did that documentary show, the club itself made like $3.2 million from the show. That's not what they made. It's not saying what Rob and Ryan get paid for it. It's what the club got paid for it. So not only were they able to buy this thing for $2.5 million, but the club is already making $3 million plus from the show itself. And then the club, even if they're running a $2 million loss, already they're at $1 million gain.
Do you think they don't want you to know that because then it would make you less interested in the journey of their show?
Who's they?
Because in the show, one of the things. First off, I love the show,
Right.
And I love everybody in it. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm watching it for the second time now.
Right.
Like I've loved it. So it's nothing like that. But I do think if you know how the sausage is made in any industry, it kind of things lose their luster. You know what I mean? Like I imagine Chris Hemsworth goes to other action movies and goes, I know how they did that. Like, so with Wrexham, we know that's a hit because there's a season.
Yeah, I think they
2.
made like $20 million.
Yeah, they're
The
making
show.
money. There's a season 2, the show coming out. The merchandising. I have a Wrexham jersey, and I'm a dude that lives in. You know what I mean? I ordered one because I think they're awesome.
Yeah.
Like, so the money is there. But throughout the show, kind of the idea is, well, this is never going to work, or we're losing money, or you have
Right,
no
and I
idea
think
how
that's
much we're
that's
losing.
the storytelling aspect.
That's the aspect of, because in reality, if it was a real documentary, I feel like there would be an aspect of Ryan Reynolds and Rob going, oh my gosh, dude, we're going to make so much money off of this. Oh my gosh, this is going to bank.
But that's the thing, though, is they are and they will. But when we talk about so much money, I don't think people realize how much money they can make.
Yeah.
Because the way, and again, because I'm an expert at soccer or European football,
Right.
because obviously, they're at like the super low tier where they make no money. They go up one league, just one league. I think they make $120 million a year. That's the team does in TV rights. Just if they get promoted once, they're already making $120 million a year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's real or if it's just some BS webpage I saw, or maybe if I'm reading it wrong. But if that's
They're
right,
making something. They're making
that's
more than
insane.
They, yeah.
That's insane. And obviously at that level, they have to reinvest that money into the players and pay more and get more and grow more. But here's the thing. The Premier League, which right now that's like a 5 to 20 year journey for them, I think, even if it is ever in their cards. Those clubs are $1 billion franchises. The most famous people in the world are Real Madrid, Manchester United, those types of clubs. So if they're able to buy this thing for $2.5 million and take it there, that's a massive ROI.
Now, Paul Mullen, he played in the Premier League before, right?
I don't think he was Premier League.
It wasn't Premier League?
No.
Okay, because that's what I was trying to figure out is like, all right,
They
wait,
wouldn't be able to afford
we
him.
got 2 rich dudes here. Why aren't they going and getting players from the Premier League? Is it because Premier League players would never come?
Ronaldo got paid $200 million
Shut up, bro. That's not real.
to go play for Saudi Arabia.
How did they get all that money, I wonder?
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Oh, you wonder. You wonder. I don't know.
No, again, the Clintons aren't murderers. I'm not saying I've never seen them kill a guy.
The Premier League players that you're talking about Beckham, you're talking about these guys that are like massively paid dudes. So like Paul Mullen, again, we don't know what the hell we're talking about, but he is super good in that league, but he was super good in like the one league above.
Okay.
I
So
think
they're not going and
they're getting like one league above players.
they're not going and getting like, Messi type players and bringing them down.
No.
Okay.
They would love to, but you know what though? If somebody was really smart and they had the choice between being like a practice squad player, I don't know what's going on right
Yeah,
now.
what's happening?
I don't know. I'm just got
You're
excited.
gravitating towards me because
I
we're
am.
talking about
I get
soccer.
excited. Well, because I love football. Whoa.
Yeah.
But like the amount of press that this team is getting, like
Yeah.
if you were a good player on like the one league above, you're probably better off taking a pay cut and going play for Wrexham just because of the notoriety that you would get from playing there.
I think that's how they sold it to that coach too. I think they said, "Hey, like, if you,
Right.
we're gonna make you a winner if you come here.
Right. Also, we are gonna pay you.
You're gonna be the king of this
Right.
town." I mean, That's an easy sell if you're just a little bit above. You know what I
Well,
mean?
to me, it's very similar to like what the college programs are doing right now here in football, where like if you go to Alabama, it's like, look, not only will you play for Saban, but you'll get a lot of exposure from because like the NIL and like, oh, if you go to like Florida State or wherever school you're going to go to, like we're going to bring a lot of press, we're going to get a lot of notoriety,
We're gonna
et
get an
cetera,
ESPN game,
exposure, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So like Wrexham, they're playing in a league that's like beer league almost, and they're already getting idiots like you or me to
buy their jerseys,
a hat or
I
a
want to
jersey.
be a Wrexham. I love it. Yeah,
I'm a
like,
Wrexham
yeah.
fan. I literally was watching highlights of a Wrexham game last night.
I'm trying to figure out how I can watch the games.
I think it was on ESPN. They just did a club thing.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how I can watch them. Like what time I have to get up to watch them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just go to their newsletter. But I'm here for it. I love it. I love it's. I've always been a fan of Ryan Reynolds, and I've never really thought much of Rob McElhenney, but I'm a super fan of those guys after watching that series.
I always knew he was I mean, and this could be wrong to say this, but I always assumed he was the brains behind Always Sunny. I thought Always Sunny. I've only I stopped.
It's his baby.
Okay, it's his baby. Yeah. So I always thought he was kind of the dude in charge of that show or whatever. So I always thought he was funny because I thought the show was funny. But I stopped watching that show, I don't know, 12 years ago. Like it's still going. I had no idea.
Yeah, 15 seasons
So
or something.
I stopped watching it early on, but I thought it was funny and I thought he was funny. But I didn't realize the disparity level between Ryan Reynolds, comic book superhero movie star Ryan Reynolds, and really well-known comedy television guy Rob McElhenney. I don't even know how to say his last name, dude. I just call him Rob.
Well,
I feel like
the thing
I know
is,
him
I
after
think
watching Wrexham. I feel like we know each other.
It's the influence and exposure game because, like, and only because
I love how they poke fun of it too. They're like, between the two of us, we have 40 million followers, and Ryan Reynolds has like 38.
Wait, so it's an actual documentary?
Yeah. Do you not know what we're talking about?
No,
They
I thought it was a mockumentary.
No, they've actually bought this team.
They literally,
They're all in.
like a month ago, the King Charles and his wife
Showed up.
like toured the Wrexham facility, and Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, greeted them at the pitch. Like and they're never gonna do that unless it was them owning that team.
Yeah, I had no idea.
It's fascinating.
It's amazing too because it makes you feel good. When you watch this show, you feel pretty good about certain things. You feel good that there's people like Ryan and Rob that exist because they're guys who have a lot of power, a lot of influence, a lot of sway. And the thing about Ryan Reynolds is I've always liked Ryan Reynolds. Even, when he was on Two Guys, a Girl in a Pizza Shop or whatever, I always thought he was so funny.
I never even knew what that was until they.
And then
brought it up
Van
on the show.
Wilder, he's just always been classically, funny. Like I always, and
He's a CH11.
he's definitely a CH11. And guys, I think, the reason why he's got so much universal appeal is every guy likes him.
Right.
It's kind of like the Chris Pratt thing of just like, I like that guy.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like we'd get along probably. You know what I mean? So, but Ryan Reynolds even more so, and they're not threatened by him because they think he's funny.
What's interesting is
You know what I mean?
in the show, like it seems like Rob McElhenney is more business savvy because he's talking more strategy. But like Ryan's like, yeah, we'll do this thing.
He's a vibe guy.
We'll do that thing. We'll do this thing.
Yeah.
And but going back to what I was saying a second ago is like because I'm doing this presentation, working on it is like I think Rob is worth like 50 million or something like that. And I didn't look up Ryan Reynolds and aviation and all these other things, but those are huge companies. But going back to The Rock, like that tequila brand is like a $3.5 billion brand. And I think he owns like what 30% of it or something.
Oh, The Rock has got stupid money.
Right. But so does Ryan because he's got Mint Mobile, he's got Aviation Gin.
It's saying 150.
What's
that seems low. 150.
There's no-
That's 150 for him, but
his ownership stakes.
Aviation Gin alone is like I thought it was like 400 million or something crazy.
All of it, it's stupid money. But again though, for them to be able to buy this club for $2.5 million, and even if they are spending $1 million each in fees a year, it's a break even at this moment in time. It's not. I mean, they're making a shit ton.
It's just
but-
it's multi-leveled
thinking that probably has never been used
the way
for
it's
that.
being, and they're using it internally as well, because Rob is, let's say they're 50-50 partners, which I think they are.
I don't know why they wouldn't be.
Yeah,
For that price point,
Yeah,
it'd be stupid not to.
I think they are. So let's just assume, for the sake of this conversation, they are. Rob's even looking at that probably from an investment standpoint, going, okay, so I'm paying $1 million. I get this team, which that could be a lot of money, but more than that, I get to marry my brand to Ryan Reynolds, and that's only going to be good for me as a comedic actor.
And if they're looking at long term,
yeah.
Let's just be honest. When you own a franchise sports team, that is legacy.
Yeah.
Because you don't typically is not sold; it's passed on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're forced to sell.
So they're doing what they're doing for Wrexham with each other. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And honestly, the only person who has anything to really lose from this would be Ryan Reynolds. I guess they could both lose, but he's got the most at stake, I think.
In what terms?
If say the team became, I don't know how the team could become toxic, or something happened that with that show that it was a toxic situation and people were like, oh, Wrexham's the worst. Did you see what happened here or whatever? He's the one whose brand would suffer probably the most, because he's put his, nuts out on it.
I don't think it, because are you talking about him specifically or the club?
Him.
Okay. I think he's Teflon.
Really?
Yeah.
He's pretty great, huh?
Well, I mean,
he's married, he's got 4 kids.
He's got a beautiful family.
He
According
can say the F word and people think it's funny. They don't judge him. He can
unlike some people I know.
Hey, I'm just saying, most of our fan base is Bible Belchers from Oklahoma. So,
Bible Belchers.
Bible Belchers.
What's a Bible Belcher?
Bible Belters.
Okay.
Bobby Boucher.
Ryan Reynolds, though, if we're talking about the Wrexham team, I think those fans are diehard. They're going to be fans no matter what. They were able to buy the stadium, and I think they're already fixing it up. I think they had a big tournament cup this past weekend. I think they won, but anyway, I think it's an amazing thing.
I got the vibe Rob was way more into the soccer and the sport than, and Ryan Reynolds is really just looking at it as an investment.
I think Ryan Reynolds is going, how can I go next level famous
and monetize this? Yeah.
Well, because he's famous and he's movie star famous. Everybody loves him. But when you own an international football club, you are internationally famous. Because we like to think that our celebrities are famous.
They're not.
Compared to like a footballer or a cricket player, nothing.
Is it cricket player or cricketeer? It should be cricketeer. That's a cool thing.
This should be. I'd want to be a cricketeer.
I'm a cricketeer.
I'd like to cricketeer something. But anyway, Wrexham.
Amazing.
I love the concept. I probably look at least 1 or 2 pieces of content a day, whether it be on Twitter or YouTube, about it, and I don't understand it because I'm not a football fan.
I follow Paul Mullen.
Did you?
And I follow the other guy, the
Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have a new one too. That's just not been on the show yet because he got a couple of goals. So again, they're trying to front load their team.
They won something 4-3 the other day.
Yeah, it was like the 4th round of a cup or something.
Yeah.
It's if they can get promotion, and this is welcome to the We Should Start a Podcast Sports Edition, because we know so much. I could talk about that show all the time.
What about Ryan Reynolds? Let's talk about Ryan Reynolds. Did you see Spirited?
I did.
Did you love it?
I enjoyed it. I thought I'm not a fan of.
Don't say Will Ferrell.
Huh?
Are you gonna say Will Ferrell?
I'm not gonna say that at all. There's a trend when it comes to movies that you have box office and then you have Netflix. And sometimes Netflix does spend a lot of money. And even a movie like Spirited, they spent a lot of money.
Apple TV. It was Apple TV.
Was it Apple TV?
Yeah.
They spent a lot of money on it, but I wonder if they spent like 5 more, if it could have been better.
You're talking about the backgrounds and the backdrops.
I don't know. I don't
Did
know
it
what it
feel-
is. It just felt like
it felt like a
Netflix-
Broadway production.
It just felt like a Netflix movie.
I forgive it on that. I think Will Ferrell. It was hard for me to. The songs were so good, like the songs were so good.
Good morning.
That was good afternoon. That one was great.
Oh,
yeah.
is that what it was? Good
Well,
afternoon.
but like all the songs were so because it's the dudes that did Greatest Showman, and they also did Dear Evan Hansen. So
Okay.
the songs slap. I mean, they're
Yeah.
so catchy, and the
Yeah.
melodies are so good. And I was kind of bothered in a way, but it was that because it's so hard to take Will Ferrell seriously.
Right.
And he's done so much singing stuff before that's silly.
Yeah.
It was hard. He was hitting these songs that are amazing, and he's kind of not selling it because he's sort of silly a little bit. I
enjoyed
thought
it.
Ryan Reynolds killed it. I thought he was
What,
amazing.
the end of the movie was
Kind of weird.
no, didn't the because when they're like it's not an elf character, but like when they're like an angel elf character that was all about them from the very
Oh
beginning.
yeah, and they hook up at the end.
And at the end, aren't they hooked up
Yeah,
like
they're
family
together.
dad or something?
She was really pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know what her name is, but she's beautiful.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. I thought it was good. I just felt like, would it have been successful in the box office? Probably because you got a name like Will Ferrell, you got a name like Ryan Reynolds. It's going to be good. I would like to see more of them together.
I like Ryan Reynolds. His whole advertising campaign for that movie and everything he's in, where he does
Yeah.
the ads, they're so funny. I love how he was just like him and Will Ferrell
Tractors.
sitting
Oh, that one.
in front of a fire, and he's like, "This sucks." And Will Ferrell's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Have you ever been in a Christmas movie with Will Ferrell that's not Elf?" Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty great. But
Let's talk about Elf.
did you see
Get
how
that
he?
mic in front of your face, Donovan.
Did you see how he? Did you see how he? Did you see how he had Nickelback cover one of the songs from Spirited as a joke
I did not.
because they're fellow Canadians?
I always forget that he's Canadian.
That's why he's so nice.
We
That's why
should
we
talk
like him so
ASMR
much.
style for the rest of this episode.
I don't think that it's the vocal fry. You the vocal fry. Have you seen those? But didn't you see the ASMR videos where people are like, that's what they do the whole time. That's what they do, and
then there's the where they're eating and they're eating all sloppy.
yeah. Have you seen the girl that eats things and she's like, and she bites it and it squirts everywhere?
I can't any of that.
She
I'm
eats
out.
like
I
this
can't.
the sea
I'm out.
snail and she's hitting it.
I'm out.
And
I'm
she
out.
bites it.
Did you see 6 Feet Under? Ryan Reynolds movie? It's a Netflix show. Not 6 Feet.
6 Feet Under.
Six
is-
Underground.
I didn't watch it.
It was good.
I watched the one he did with The Rock and Gal Gadot.
That was okay. That felt very Netflixy.
Yeah,
But it
super
was
cheap.
good. I enjoyed it. I think I don't even the movie that he likes to make fun of, I thought was okay. Like Green Lantern. It was okay.
I think it's funnier that I like it more because he makes fun of it.
Yeah.
Like that makes it funnier to me. Is that the fact that I think the new Deadpool movie with Wolverine. I look fat still, and that's the problem I'm having with my life right now. I still feel. Is it body dysmorphia? Is that what it is?
No, it's just reality.
It's just reality. Seeing is believing.
No, I mean it is what it is. You know, just if you feel the way you do, you just do something about it or don't.
I'm so sad. We should go drink milkshakes.
I think that's the opposite.
No.
What is?
That's what we
Oh
should
no, I don't want to see that.
What is it? That's
It's-
her.
It's just doing a reaction to the
Show her.
ASMR stuff.
No, it's this girl. She eats weird shit.
I don't want to. It's disgusting.
Just watch it. Watch it with me and laugh.
Watching Jess watch that. Is that what we're doing?
I can't do it.
Same.
Yeah, I do. Is there one of chips or crackers? Because literally, I can't do it. Listening to someone eat chips, if you're not eating chips or crackers, is oh my.
That's the girl, but that's
bro.
Jess-
the most normal thing I've ever seen her eat.
So I showed Jess ASMR and he loved it. He was like, "That's where the soundbite the tingle one comes from.
Oh, that's giving me a tingle, and I don't like it.
It's a great soundbite.
Giving me a tingle. No. Anyway.
But yeah, we've talked about a variety of things.
Variety
Tell
of
you one thing
things.
we haven't talked about is Celevate.
Salivate.
So Celevate, the name is kind of like elevate yourselves.
Well, I'm excited to try it out.
So what it's good for is it's good for oxidated stress. You know what that is? So that comes from everything we do in life.
Mm-hmm.
And just the thought, me having to come up with this copy off the top of my head is giving me oxidated stress. This combats that. It helps create natural energy. It supports gut health. Supports focus all day long. I used to take Adderall.
Is that the Limitless pill?
This is this is like the Limitless pill. This is it's like Adderall, except pure. And I can't really say anything because I'm not a doctor. But
Can I get like a box?
Yeah, you can have this. Take this.
Ooh, what about the one that's on my desk? Can I have that one too?
That one's for me. It's weird. I'm doing
then
it
you
backwards.
can have this one.
No, I don't want that one. I want the one on your desk.
Okay.
That's the one. That one's for you. That's
Okay.
yours.
Okay. Okay.
So, Celevate.
So 14 gummies. What does that give me? Like a day? Or take more than a day? Two gummies.
2 gummies a day. So it's a week. That's a week's supply.
Ooh, okay.
So you're gonna try it a week, and then you go a week without it, and then you see how you feel.
If there's not 14 in here, do I just like, hey,
Just
do I take 2 at a time or one now and one
I
later?
would take them both at the same time. Holy crap, you did it. So yeah, don't eat it like that. No, man. Ew. It's like a cow's curd. Don't eat more. He has one called the Gamer Gummy, and that one's like electronic shocks to your brain.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I like the mental clarity. I like the focus. I like the energy. And the gut health is huge too.
Yeah. So give it a shot. Celevate. It's I can tell you this. I've taken it and I haven't taken it, and I definitely like taking it more.
Where do you get it?
Don't save that soundbite. Let me start over.
Where do you get it?
So you can order it online. It's also available on Amazon. So you can get it those at their website or on Amazon. Amazon's probably the easier way to grab it.
Right.
How do you spell it?
CELLEV8. Celevate.
Salivate.
I told them they needed to license that song. So yeah, we'll cut something out of that. It'll be okay. There's enough.
See your tongue, Ryan.
Is it purple?
Uh-huh.
It is. It's blue. That's that blue 40.
Well, cool. Well, this has been fun. I have a heart out. I have to head out to Plano for a meeting, and I actually have another conference call while I'm on the road. But this is fun. We'll do this again.
Yeah.
See you next time, everybody.
Thank you.
We should start a podcast, and we still should.
We should start a band too.
We should. We'll see you next time.